Hi guys, Brett here from Hearns Hobbies.
And I'm BJ.
And today we are doing part 3 of Yokomo's all-new Riri.
That's right, so this is a Super Dogfighter.
The 870C. We
right.
haven't quite worked out what the C is for, but I like it nonetheless.
I think some people will tell us.
How
Here it
good's
is.
this build going? I'm
Most of the
emotional.
card.
Do you love it yet?
Yeah.
Do you?
Suspension's on.
Have you fallen in love with it? I find when you build RC cars, B, you sort of get to love it as you go.
Yeah, you do. You do.
It
Feels pretty good. Look at it.
You love it?
I think they've done a good job.
I never had one back in the day, so it's hard for me to get emotional, but I'm looking forward to actually seeing how this sucker goes.
Well, we've seen some of the actual originals go around the track.
Original.
Yeah.
At the vintage bash race, I drove Rob's. I crashed Rob's.
Didn't you? He didn't see that, but I did. All right.
Rob's got one of
All
these
right.
now.
Yes. So where are we? We are up to, I already opened up the bags. We're up to bag 6, I think.
Bag 6.
Which is this one, which is all the
I can
steering.
tell that I definitely didn't measure those turnbuckles. Got about 10 degrees of camber.
Right, okay. Well, that's easy fix later.
That is easy fix.
Let's have a look at the addendum. Now, the addendum doesn't apply for quite a while, so we don't need to look at that now. All right, let's start building.
What are you working
Servo
on?
saver.
Ah, the steering bell crank. This is probably my least favourite part of any build.
All right, so we've got these arms, which need to be...
Now, you don't have a
Built.
great track record lately.
What do you mean? All right, so there's a little shorty one.
I've had to do a few
There's
disassemblings
2
on
long
your
ones.
part. Should put a servo in this. I didn't even think to bring one.
Oh, yeah.
No?
Well, the servo, we don't actually mount the servo yet, so I'm going to do that a bit later. So let me just start putting this together, eh?
I'm going to put an MKS 575 in it.
575.
What do you think?
What's a 575?
No, that's really classy.
Classy.
No? A car like
Classy.
this deserves, a really classy servo.
Yeah, I think
Don't
so.
you think?
Yeah, yeah, sure. All right, so I've got that.
I haven't decided what running gear we're going to put in it yet.
What running gear?
Yeah.
What should we?
Do you know what bodywork's going to happen? It's definitely not box art.
Not box art.
No.
So there's a servo saver. It doesn't actually say how tight to do the servo saver because it's fully adjustable. And you can see how it's bending there. So if anything, if we're using a modern servo, you can do that all the way up.
Yeah,
You could even take the spring out of it.
Probably.
What are you saying? That's pretty tight now.
You're
Look
just
at that.
going to wreck the plastic side. It's probably more just to save the rest of the car, not the servo.
Oh, you think?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. All right, in that case, I'll back it off a little bit, eh?
I would.
There we go.
I definitely would. Be gentle with it, because it's a Z bend. It's going to shear everything in half.
Well, I haven't been gentle so far.
Oh, it's a story of my life.
All right, so we've got this big chunky ball there.
What?
Chunky ball.
What are we
That's
going to do with that?
For the servo link. So that's going to screw into
I've got the
top
buggy in
here.
the way. It's giving me really
Give it a
bad
what?
posture, and everybody's not seeing what I'm doing on the overhead.
What are you doing?
I'm building my favourite thing, turnbuckles.
Oh, you love them, don't you?
Not really.
There you go. So there's that bit there.
I've seen some people use power tools.
Power tools. Yes, yes. I'm not a real fan of power tools.
No.
I've damaged too many things trying to do that.
Have you?
Yeah. It's probably because I'm just rough.
I never used
All right, so
I
there's
like
a
the-
Z bend.
I like the
That's
supple-
old school, isn't it?
I like the
Look
supple
at that.
touch.
Look at that thing.
Look at it.
I'm going to stick it in here and bend it.
Oh, yeah? What do you mean bend it?
Oh, hopefully I'll bend it and actually
You're
get
going
it
to lick
through.
it? At least lick the hole.
No,
What do you mean no?
no,
Lick it.
no. You
Beach.
can't make me.
Yeah.
Nah.
Lick it.
All right, so I just got to be
Do
careful
not
with
put
this.
grease or lubricant there because that will wreck it really quickly.
So here,
But you can lick it because your saliva will dry.
what?
Oh my God. All right. Get it in.
So we've got a little lip here. So I'm just going to work
You
out,
got pretty little lips there.
haven't I? So that looks like it's facing up. Just going to make sure it's.
Are you following the dotted lines? We had this scenario where
Well, there are
not-
dotted lines. I'm just trying to work out the orientation of this. That's all. And
Well,
so
it is
from the
very-
diagram, it
it
looks
is-
like the lip faces up.
It
Okay,
is
so we do
Japanese.
this. So we do this.
It is Japanese. It does have Oriental heritage.
There we go. All right, so there we go. We've got.
Are you sure? That's
Yeah.
upside down.
What do you mean it's upside down?
Isn't the nut on the top?
What?
The adjust nut, isn't it on the top?
No,
Okay.
no, it's on the bottom. So being on the bottom, that's very much like a A-scale, isn't it?
What else do I have to do?
So from there...
No, they can mix it up either way. HBs have it on the top, other ones have it on the bottom.
Oh, really? Yeah. All right, so here's the posts. We could screw those into the chassis.
Geez, that's a very soft spring.
3x8s.
That's ridiculously soft.
Isn't it?
No?
Yeah, that's why I said we can do it all the way up, but I backed it off because you may be worried.
Look at it.
Yeah. So we're going to screw those in. Can you screw those in here? Oh, actually, I can do that for you.
I don't trust you.
You don't trust me. All right.
Here you go.
So that... Oh, what? You're trusting me now. I need some Loctite.
You need some Loctite, and I suggest you need also a little bit of grease.
Grease? What for?
There's no bearings in that bell crank at all.
We never grease these things.
What do you mean? You're going to raw dog it?
Oh, you put a touch of grease in there.
Just metal to metal.
Yeah.
Did you put Loctite on it?
Put a little bit of Loctite on these. These still need to be done up with tools.
You've railroaded me. I feel like I've been freight trained.
Now, maybe I shouldn't have done that because I remember...
I remember.
Let's try it. Let's try it. Because we'll be able to do it tighter if we just do the posts up. But I've got a feeling that it's going to be harder to get the bell crank system in.
Over the belt. I would have thought so.
But then you can't tighten this up once
Why?
the thing's in, because you can't get anything in there.
Yeah, but okay.
Let's try it.
You go first.
Oh, it's not that bad actually.
I'll bring up the rear.
There you go. All right, tighten it up.
What do you mean tighten it
Just
up?
go, ah!
Sure.
You know, do the pirate thing.
But it's got Loctite on it. It doesn't need to be tight.
Yeah. It's still got to be tighter than finger tight. So that goes in here.
Depends whose fingers. Is that definitely the right way?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm really looking forward to the comparison between this one and the original.
And then they got this bush.
Oh.
So I'm pretty sure in the old days you could put flange bearings in here.
Really?
Yes.
Is there a washer on the bottom?
Is there? Oh, actually.
Do these washers go on the bottom?
Probably. Yes. Absolutely. You're absolutely right. So one washer down there.
Ah, it's because I'm an expert.
Aren't you?
Nope. Never seen one before in my life.
There you go. All right, there we go.
Surprisingly, it's some rouge.
And then we got, whoop, we touched. And then there's a washer on top of there and a nutsie.
Nutsukow!
What did you say?
Nutsukow.
Sounds like you actually said something.
Did it?
It's like you're tricking me. It's like, what?
Took you back. Took you back to Nam. You don't know, man. You weren't there.
That's right.
Look, somebody put grease on me knob.
What grease? What are you talking about? Why is there grease on that?
Because we would have used it to settle that O-ring in the diff.
Oh, look at that.
What am I looking at?
Is that tightened up yet? Actually, it doesn't have a lot of play.
For something that's really, like, prehistorically designed,
Yeah, they've
it's
made it
phenomenal.
quite good.
They've actually engineered it really well.
They have.
And you can imagine the modern Japanese going, well, what are we doing this for? This is ridiculous.
All right, there we
They
go.
had the work experience kit on the CAD machine to do these. No?
Could have been.
And they go, well, what is this crap?
All right, so we're going to screw in, you're going to pop in the balls into these, right? Do the ball poppage. Use your special tool.
A special tool. And if you watch my other episode, you know exactly what I'm doing here.
That's right.
Got my
And this is recommended because you can damage the balls if you're not careful, because these are quite long. And by
Are they
having one
all
of these-
going in the same things?
They are all going in exactly the same direction.
No, but are they, it doesn't matter the direction.
What?
I don't have a say over that for the moment.
What do you mean?
No, are they all the same balls and the same links?
Yes.
If it's half a turn out,
I
mate,
think.
it's half a turn out. I can't help that for the minute.
So what do we got here?
Because I've got, you know, I've got three.
Yeah. So that's right. So is that? This
No,
one.
they're all the same length.
Hey, hang about. Is that the short one? Maybe they got different balls because it. The short one, they don't show any balls going on. Because you got a ball here, right?
Yeah.
So just do...
Which one's the short one? This one.
Is it? The ones that are short by about 2 mil.
Yeah, we'll put the short one to the side.
All right, all
So
right.
that's
Shorty's staying over here. No more confusion from you.
To me, not from me.
What do you mean?
That's why I wondered why I had four balls
Yeah.
and 6 holes.
Oh, is that what you're asking?
Sort of. I said,
It's not the first time that we misunderstood each other. Or mainly me misunderstanding you.
it's because I speak a different language.
Yeah, it could be. All right, so these just need to be screwed in.
We have different languages of love.
Do we?
Haven't you heard that?
There you go.
You speak through gifts.
I do. You try to. Most of the time I don't understand you.
I speak through touch. And
All right, so
intimacy.
these screws going into the plastic. Did I change the subject?
You had me at screw.
Oh, didn't I?
Here you go.
Yep. So they just screw straight in the plastic. They don't need a Loctite there. But we'll use a little bit of Loctite when it goes into...
Doesn't it have a nut on the back?
No. Yes, it does. So you don't need Loctite on those. Yeah, these are nuts. I forgot about them. There you go. There's that one. This one go over here.
Wonder how the bump steer is.
Bump steer. Can't remember.
I bet
Probably
it's-
has some.
I bet it's not a problem because it doesn't actually have much suspension travel.
And I'm pretty sure that we used to use washers under these to get rid of the bump steer.
Yeah. Still do that now.
Well, geometry is all the same, isn't it? Geometry is geometry.
Yeah, but now it's all CAD optimized. Optimized by CADs,
What, cats?
not CADs. Like cats, but with a D,
Oh.
with a touch of dog. What?
The pets are being involved.
I'm going to leave this one off.
Oh. Whoops. Whoops. Hey, look, it's pretty strong.
Sorry at home if you're watching, you just had your eardrums blown out. Look, you've had the car in your hand for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave this one off because we're not putting a servo now and I don't want it rattling around in the chassis.
No, fair enough. Right. So now we've got...
Who measured those?
Measured what? Did you actually measure them?
No.
Because they're a bit off up.
I didn't measure them. I do them all the way up and then undo them a turn. That
That's
way
it.
they're nice and centered. That is the buggy done.
We got shocks now. It's shock time.
And we're going to do it with 9 steps oil.
Okay, let me open the bag,
I'm
which
gonna
is
get-
bag 7.
If you guys have seen me do shocks
There you
before,
go. It's bag 7.
look out. I've got my XTR O-ring grease. Give me some, I've got a rag. Have we got a shock stand?
Shock stand. There's one around somewhere, isn't there? As we both look around looking. There it is.
It's invisible.
There it is.
It's an invisible shock stand.
Look at all these bits. But,
What's been your favourite part so far? You can open the bags.
oh, I'm privileged.
Oh, I've gotta
My
get-
favourite bit, I was thinking it was seeing the diffs getting put together and then
Really?
mounted into the bulkheads.
Can't do it.
Can't do that one.
No. They don't take.
What'd you try to do?
With my teeth.
Oh. Alright, so you got, I'll put the seal edges over here, eh? On the O-rings.
Yeah, you can drop them in here if you want.
You want me to put them straight in?
Ah, no, just in there. Doesn't matter. That way it just saves them getting lost. I like
Oh,
to
yeah.
use the lid.
Oh, these are, I've got 2 that don't want to come out. There you go. What about these big ones?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They'll be for the shock adjusting nut, I bet.
Oh, you reckon?
Yeah, doesn't matter. I'm using this sweet pit mat to great effect.
Alright, so what you got?
Pistons.
So we've got basic assembly here. Oh, so that big O-ring is the seal for the cap.
Oh,
Oh, here's the aluminium shock cylinders. We got a chop chop.
shock bodies, shock cylindros.
Cylindros, bodies, and spring edges. And these springs actually been,
Chromed.
yeah, and
Why
they're
can't they
flat.
Why can't they have coloured springs anymore?
Look at that.
No, I
Look at
just
that.
want coloured springs.
Yeah.
Am I asking too much?
Now, what are these O-rings here for?
Oh, look at this. This is class.
What do you reckon these O-rings are for?
These ones will be for here then. Here, these will be for the body. They go under here.
Oh, the bottom. See if you're needing those now.
So, I don't have the instructions in front of me, but I'm giving these a
The
massage.
instructions right here.
I'm giving these a little bit of a massage and assembling. A little bit of a production line.
Here you go. Let me drop those in there, eh?
Okay. So
I'm going to start doing the basic assembly on these things.
I like to coat all my O-rings in a little bit of O-ring grease, and that's to do a couple of things. First thing is to protect it from the silicone oil. The second one
These are going
is
go
to
over these
create a
caps.
seal. Go over them.
Yeah, so can you put them on afterwards? Oh, you can.
Yes, you can. Notice
So it's nice, they've got a little retainer, and these are the threaded
Fred,
spring
do they have
adjusters.
O-rings in there too or not?
No. No, probably because they're plastic.
Yeah.
They won't need that for the resistance.
Resistance is futile.
Isn't it?
So I'm going to go ahead and put these ones on too.
Do you want me to start putting on these retainer thingers?
Yeah, we're going to put your favourite, we're going to put E-clips on the shock shafts. And,
Oh.
and pistions.
So as I'm screwing this on, it's pretty tight.
Don't go quiet.
Just make sure I'm not cross-threading this.
If you undo it until it like clicks, it'll locate on the thread itself. Very, very fine thread.
Isn't it?
Very. You wouldn't be the first one who's cross-threaded them. Have to be deadly careful.
Well, there is quite a bit of surface area. And, I mean, you don't want them to slip either, right? While you're driving. Don't want them moving around.
Definitely not.
Let's try this one here.
Is that one better?
This one feels easier to put on.
Click. There it goes. How easy is easy? Now I've got lube all over my hands. Story of my life, right?
Story of your
Did
life.
you hear it click?
Yeah, I made it click like 3 times.
I heard it
just to
click.
be sure.
I heard it click then. For sure.
You could be watching.
I hope he does.
That's a handy tool you got there.
Why, thank you.
Who makes them?
My shock pliers. GPRC. These ones.
Ah.
They're the finest. I actually would like to develop my own one day.
Really? A multi-tool?
Brett's shock tools. Because they're just never right. You've done a good job on this one. You've only stripped one so far, which is nice.
You're welcome.
It's alright. How are we going?
I'm getting there, slowly.
Everybody is avoiding the circlips like crazy.
Circlips.
No?
So like the circus?
Yeah.
What circlips? What are you talking about?
On the pistions.
Oh, I'll start it. I'll do it. Where are they? Where are the shafts? You got them all over there, that's why.
I know. Here we go. Yeah, that one was, the first one was tight, definitely. Rest have been a walk in the park. I actually like to do the first one on paper.
What do you mean the first one
On the
on paper?
instruction. The first freehand one, I locate it and press it down on the instruction manual. The instruction manual has a nice amount of grip on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just click.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's usually firm enough.
Firm.
Now, what have we got as far as pistons are concerned, my well-learned friend?
Are there options? I doubt it.
There's front and there's rear.
Are there?
They're both the same.
Oh. Oh, it got me interested then.
Now, can I have a look at the cartridge?
Cartridge, right there.
I'm going to put a little bit more grease in here. Now, you can see why. Is it just
So you got an O-ring, a collar, and an O-ring.
a O-ring? Check. Bush here.
Yep.
Yep. And then another O-ring.
Another O-ring.
Just using a liberal amount.
Liberal?
Not using any sharp tools. And then what? And then the cap goes straight in. Yeah? Alright. I'm not going to pre-tension out or tighten that up yet. I don't want any preloader on those O-rings because we're gonna
Put the shafts through it.
put the shaft through it. So O-ring, guide.
Well, these E-clips have gone on pretty easy so far.
You've just jinxed yourself for failure.
Oh, wasn't I meant to say that?
And I've got
There you go.
I've got grease everywhere. Which is not surprising. Click. Oh, I can hear the concentration.
Can you?
Yeah. This one,
Right, so give me these E-clips and I'll
This
lock
one?
in these pistons.
pistons. Because modern day shocks usually have nuts.
Well, these shocks are so much better than the original Dogfighter shocks.
Well, they were, by all accounts, rubbish, weren't they?
They were.
So you bought a $750 kit, threw the shocks out.
I didn't immediately.
No, you tried them?
Yeah, I used them.
And then what happened?
And then eventually I broke a couple of shock shafts.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I thought, well, I'll just upgrade it. And those were the days of seeing all the cars in the magazines, right?
Now
See
they
all
had
the
all the
works.
cool stuff.
They're using associated shocks on them. And that's why the Works 91 had shocks. Well, they were black shocks, I think.
You
But
probably
they
bought
look
them from
very similar.
Hearns. You probably bought your shocks from Hearns
Could be.
back in 19.
Well, I got the car from here.
Back in 19. Was it 1988?
It would have been 88 when I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did it have an electronic speed controller or mechanical?
No. At that stage, everyone used electronic.
Really?
Yeah. And I was racing in stock class, so I think my speed controller, what did I use? A Novak T4, I think. Real basic.
But still a brand name one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Would have been $300.
No, I don't think it was that much.
No?
No. At that stage, I had the T1Xs, which were massive. I think they were $300.
Here we go. Okay, now the front shock will always be shorter. Well, so the front shock shafts. Is there any inside limiters? Looks like there's inside limiters. Or
Inside limiters?
Are these standoffs?
I'd say they're standoffs.
Okay.
Because looking at the instructions, there's no limiters. And I'm just having a little bit of trouble with this last E-clip.
Are you? Don't let it boss you around.
Oh, there we go.
mate.
Got
Don't
it
let
in
it.
the slot there.
Once you get it located,
Yes, that's in.
you've got rubber grease on there.
Oh, actually, these pistons have got a little bit of a knob on them. I'd like to sand that off if I could. Can you feel it?
Nub.
Yeah, I can feel it just there.
Oh wow, look at the run out on there too. That's exactly why we don't use E-clips on pistons anymore.
What's that?
Because of the run out.
Right, there's only one knob on these.
I'm so excited. Same shock ends front and rear, which is a revelation. Now, do not use pliers,
There we go, there's one.
hardened steel pliers on your shock shafts, because you damage them. That's why I've got these all alloy multi-tools, shock tools. And I've done everything from pop ball studs on
Pop ball studs.
to build shocks. And push the little star clips on the sway bar. That was a bit of an adventure, wasn't it?
I didn't even see how you did it eventually. Did you just use brute force and just push down really hard?
Yeah. Well, I didn't have to push that hard. Didn't have to use any special tool, but yeah, a little hole in here and just slot, in it goes. Do you want me to measure it now or after?
You'll measure it after you screw on the ends. So you might as well have your verniers ready.
So the front one is 15.
Yep, 15 treble there.
Perfecto mondo. I'm just going to give it a quarter of a turn. Last thing I want to do is have this thing 2/10 out in the front droop. Oh,
There we go, I think that's good enough.
here you go. Oil me, baby.
What we're doing?
So the front, I'm going to put 350 weight.
350 in the front.
And the rear 300, and that is 9 Steps finest, all 100%.
Are these going to sit in here?
In the little holes, they should.
Oh, look at that. Right, so there's a shorty, there's a front, yeah?
Yeah,
So the fronts are getting 350.
I'm getting the fronts done first. In the instructions, I think they say 300 all round. But
Let's have a look.
I just don't want to be bearing the front. I know how they tend to build cars, and it's fully adjustable anyway. Once we run it in, we can tune it up. But I don't want to be, it's got no kick up on the front. I don't want to be burying the front of the nose into every jump we try and hit. Know what I mean?
Yeah, know what I mean?
And I don't know what these pistons are. There was no writing on them
No.
as far as the specs.
I'm just going to let that sit in there for a bit,
We will go.
in case there's air. What do you got there? You got, look. Is that a shorty again?
Yeah. It needs about a turn and a half.
So measuring the stroke, yeah?
A little bit too much.
A little bit too much?
Yeah, don't need,
Look at
anything,
that.
don't need anything too complicated. Just doing these cartridges up by hand on the bottom till I get the right preload. Beautiful. And do the rear ones.
So these are motion type shocks. I can never get them right.
Well, these ones are particularly hard because they don't have a bleed screw in the top. And I wish they would if they're going to not do bladders, because you just cannot get the air out of them properly because you can't get to the highest part in the shock body. Like you're making the air go around a corner, if that makes sense. So at least when
Also,
you,
I'll let that sit there
at
for a
least
bit.
when we bleed them on our competition ones, there's an air bleed hole in the emulsion, and the emulsion is the mixing of air and oil.
Yes.
Could
So
be,
their instructions are saying slowly push the shock shaft all the way up and tighten the shock cap.
yeah,
After tightening the shock cap, if the shock shaft stretches,
Yeah.
loosen the cap again to reduce the oil and tighten the cap.
yeah,
So they're basically saying you don't want,
any rebound.
that's right.
And that's going to be the hardest thing to get out of this, is getting the rebound out without introducing any excess
Yeah.
air.
And generally that's going to be quite messy.
Oh, it depends. 22 was it?
It is 22 for the rears.
Really nice quality chrome on the shock shafts though. It is very classy, and this anodizing is not a colour that I've seen from Yokomo ever.
So that's to replicate the colour of the shocks on the original. Thank you.
You are welcome.
So it's nice how these spring adjusters have got that little collar on it to keep the spring
Central.
proud of the of the shock body because the original ones never did that. And after a little while, it used to rub off all the colour.
Oh yeah, bound on the... Yeah, and it would have been bound a bit too. Would have made a funny noise.
Oh, I don't know. These sort of cars always made funny noises.
Did they? Do you think though, who's going to do a one-way for it?
Oh, well, I would expect Yokomo to do one.
Do you think they're going to do a whole range of parts?
I think so.
I hope they do machined bulkheads.
Well, machine bulkheads was a thing.
Was it?
It was an option, I think. An aluminium machine one.
Yeah.
Because they were stronger than the magnesium. Although these ones are alloy on these ones, they're not magnesium.
Did you put the right oil in?
No.
You just went completely off script again.
Didn't I? Well, what are the chances? Can I suck it all up?
Yeah, just squirt it into my rag.
Squirties!
I'm going to have to put a few drops in this.
Just to even it up?
Yeah, just to balance it. So the way I like to fill my shocks is go up in the stroke about a third. So there's no science here, but so you've got there to there. So go up about a third in the stroke. Then I like to fill all the way to the top, above the top of the piston, and then pull down in one movement, leaving one air pocket. And hopefully that is all the air. Oh, geez, that oil feels nice.
So this is a 300. It's 300 CST.
And that is, what, about 27.5 in the old money?
Is it?
I think so. There we go. Now by now, it's been about 10 minutes. Hopefully we can go forth and do the front ones.
All right, so oils, 350 in the front.
Can definitely feel the heavier weight compared to the back. Again, I'm just going to locate.
Oh, you're going to need
top.
this.
Potentially. Depends how much we've got in there.
Let me just move this manually out of the way and I'll read ahead. So just basically putting on the springs, the lower retainers which are there. And then yes, those are standoffs.
It's full of air.
Was it?
Yeah. It was a little bit under full. This is
Where
the
does this
front
go?
one. So that's going to be a little bit champagne-y or have little bubbles in it.
They use these big massive balls for here, do they?
Or,
No, no.
why?
It's these ones. There we go. These ones. That's better. Okay.
Now I will make a mess.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do it all the way up, and then we're going to undo it like a turn.
Yep.
Then
Press it down.
I'm going to press it down. I'm going to undo it 2 turns.
Yeah, because nothing came out.
I'm going to press it down. While holding it compressed, I'm going to do it up. And it's
You've got a
way
little
over
bit of,
full.
yeah, got quite a lot of rebound there.
Lots of rebound.
Yeah.
So again,
So maybe it shows the top camera how much rebound there is.
so I'm going to do it again.
Yeah, still got rebound.
Rebound, so it's over full.
Yeah. So basically, as it's getting pressed up the top, with the
It's going to be pressing oil out.
yes, with the hydraulic, it's like hydraulic lock, right? it's forcing it out and it's filling the top cap with oil at the same time.
And we had exactly the same problem
Yes.
with the RS shocks.
Yes. That's why I say this sort of shock is a little bit messy, because there will be a lot of oil coming out.
Because if you don't have enough oil at the start, all you're going to do is fill it full of air.
Yes. Oh, I should cap these off, eh? So 300 in the back.
Let's try again. Big chunk of air come out then.
Did it?
Yeah. And again, I just feel it's over full. Getting there.
Just got to keep doing it until it releases, you know, the excess oil. Just a little bit of rebound now.
Yeah.
Do 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 do. I mean, after this, there's not much left.
Nah.
Not much at all.
There's a little bit in there, but I have introduced air into the shock, doing it so many times. So I'm actually just gonna leave it there.
Leave it for the moment?
Yeah.
Yep. All right, let me put it together. Let me put the spring on.
You put the spring on, I'll do the other rear one.
And the retainer.
Like I said, unwind it until it clicks.
It feels all right.
It feels bloody beautiful.
Should I start putting it on?
I would.
So I need to pop a ball on. I'm going to need your special thinger. Thank you.
You can see when you start how much rebound I've got there on the overhead.
It's going in nice. Nice.
Nice.
Nice. Alright, so I need one of these standoffs for the top.
And all of this bleeding really could have been avoided if they just put like a screw and a thread
Yes.
into the all the way through into the top chamber.
So it all bleeds out and then
All
you just
bleeds
seal
out.
it off with a screw.
Yeah.
Now, have you got
What are you looking for?
Have you got 4 long screws over there? 'Cause it
Yeah.
looks like you only got 3.
4.
Oh, you got 4.
One for each corner.
Alright, let me grab those, grab those.
Got top shock pushers.
Yeah,
I've only got 3 of them.
because I've already taken one.
Ah.
So let's put that on, eh? Actually, let's do it over here.
What colour do you think it's going to be?
The body?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's going to be a surprise, isn't it?
It
It's going
is.
to be a big reveal.
Surprise!
Reveal! That's how you got in trouble last time. Isn't it?
Me?
Yeah.
No one knows.
Oh, I know. Humphrey was there.
Were you watching? Humphrey?
Nev knows.
Humphrey BB, eh?
Nev knows all about it.
Nev? Was he there too?
Yeah.
I didn't see him.
He was the instigator.
Oh, was he?
He's always the instigator. Don't get to have the Nev defence.
It was all his fault.
Yeah. These shocks
Alright,
definitely are not something that you really want to be changing oil out the track in, is it?
No. No. That'd be painful.
And not because they're painful to work on, they're just painful to bleed, and you don't want to rush it because you want to get it right. Because if you're not got all that rebound out of it, it's going to feel wrong anyway.
Mm. Get this other shock on the rear end. 3mm lock nut. Actually, I might. How about I move this over here
What are you moving?
so that people can see me working on a chassis.
Well, this is a
Oh, it's probably a bit dangerous.
dangerous. Yeah, give us that last one and we're done.
There we go.
I'm going to stick that up there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just tighten up this nut,
It looks like a buggy.
doesn't
You
it?
going to put the wheels on?
Oh, I can. There we go. Long screw, standoff. And then, what was that? Was it the inner hole? It's the inner hole.
In a hole?
In a
Look at the
hole.
big standoff.
It's huge, isn't it?
That's because of the big shock bodies. I bet they didn't have that in the old one.
Where's that hole?
Do, 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 do.
There we go.
There you go. Yeah, that's shocking.
Is it 2mm?
That's going to dampen your mood. I've said it all. Enough with the
Did you say a
puns.
pun?
Nope. What'd you call me?
Pun.
No. Attila the pun.
What?
The last pun.
You got any more?
Shaved pun.
You kept the best one to last.
Got ya? No?
Oh, that always gets me.
Farmed pun.
Oh, yeah.
Free range pun? Vegan pun.
You're talking about sables again.
Nope. The Kalinsky weasel.
There's something about just a weasel.
Is it?
I don't know. Look at that.
What does it make you think of?
Look at that. I know the cartoon was a weasel in it.
Cartoon.
Oh, feel that.
I bet it feels amazing. Come on.
Oh, that's front.
Don't think feel. You miss all
Oh, you
the,
already got that on.
oh, you miss all the heavenly glory.
Let's screw the bottom ones on first, though. I think that's
Bruce
easier.
Lee driving the Yokomo if he did RC.
Yokomo is quite popular in Hong Kong. What's the front ones?
What's Bruce Lee got to do with Hong Kong?
Hey? Bruce Lee, don't you think he's got anything to do with Hong Kong?
No.
Why not?
Was he from Hong Kong?
Yeah, that's where all the movies were filmed.
Oh, yeah, but that was just political. No?
You've got an alternative to everything, haven't you?
Of course.
Oh, what have I done there?
Oh, God knows.
Let's start the threads there.
Dear baby Jeebus. What have you got? We're getting... Oh, what's happened?
Screw all these things in. Haven't you got another one of these?
To do what?
I don't know. I thought you had another 2mm driver.
I probably do, but I just like watching you struggle.
Oh dear. I was struggling.
Your pain impresses me. Hey, we're done. What about the wing? We're going to put the wing on? I think we
That
should
means you
leave
got to cut the wing.
No, not putting the wing on. There's probably wing mounts though or something.
There
in
will
the
be
bag.
wing mounts, yeah, for sure.
And a
There's
wing
bent
wire.
ones. Yes.
So the body and the wing will not be prepared. I think you should cut it out ready for tomorrow's reveal.
Yeah, we can do that.
Not
Leave
on
it clear
camera.
for the moment.
Yeah. No?
Yeah. Oh, I see.
This is going to make the grand reveal. You thought I was dreaming.
Who's dreaming? Look at this. Got the final nuts going on here. But I've still got the wheels here. Should I get the... How about you put that on and let me find
What?
the screws for the wheels?
We're going to need to
Well,
do
there's a
some,
bump of the wing wire, right?
going to need to do some cambering. You can't put the bumper on until the under tray goes on. And you can't...
And there's the battery mount.
Oh, that's got to go in.
Yeah.
Battery mount and the wing wire can go on, can't it?
Where's the screws for the wheels? Well, how about we do this first, right?
Wow, I am really super glad that we went with that heavier front oil because that is really oversprung.
So are we going to mount a servo? Do you want to do the servo mount?
We're going to drive it. Not,
Okay,
Not in
okay.
this episode.
Okay.
Not in this episode.
So what should we do now?
I
Shall we?
forgot it in the cave. I say we put the battery mount in
Yeah. And then come back and do the rest of
I
it.
say we do the battery mount and we put the wing and the wing. We put the wing wire mount on.
Right.
Is that here in the same bag?
They're the wheel screws. Wheel screws are bag 9.
We can put the wheels on because once it's got a wing wire, do you agree, or just a wing mount?
Yeah. Got to make sure that these match up.
Because we can't put the. Is this the wheel screws?
Yeah. Really want to Loctite that as well. Oh, it's falling off.
Loctite the wheels?
Hmm?
What? Did you say Loctite the wheels?
Yeah, because the screws go into the aluminium.
Really?
Yeah.
Not at this stage, I'm not Loctiting it.
No? I'll leave it loose. Loosey goosey.
No, I'm not going to leave them loose, but I'm not going to Loctite it now. I've got to glue the tyres and everything.
Oh, yeah. All right.
No? Got to punch holes in them, got to glue them.
Hole puncher. Let me open this up. This is the...
These hexes are awkward. It's no wonder they went away from it. No, it's crap. I've never had a car with square hexes, and I probably never will have another.
I think they started those on the...
It's really cheap engineering.
On the Wonder Dogfighter.
It's really cheap engineering with the drive shafts, isn't it? Really simple.
Definitely.
And even now they use something very similar, but they have the drive pin.
Yes.
The buggy's going to all look a little bit crooked because the somebody didn't measure the camber. The turnbuckles.
Easy fixed.
We have the technology.
We do, indeed. A little gnarly nuts.
What you got?
Gnarly nuts.
Oh, what
These
about
things for holding on the shorty pack.
We can put some nice ones on.
Let me trim this off.
It looks very prototype, doesn't it?
Proto?
Yeah. Like it's very like hand machined, the car.
Yes.
These drive shafts, these hexes, well not hexes, what are they called? Squares? I'm so
Yeah,
used to calling them
wheel adapters.
I'm so used to calling them wheel hexes because they are on modern cars 6-sided. And generally speaking 12mm on 10th scale and 14mm on 8th scale.
You have to remember that time shoemakers had their funky adapter as well, right?
Shoemaker did lots of funky things, didn't
So
they?
they had the 3mm screw that held the wheel in place from the outside. It was quite clever.
And then Lossy sort of invented the in-hub wheel bearing. How cool was that on the double X?
Yes,
No?
game changer.
On two-wheel drive, because you always had to change front wheels, pop your bearings out.
Yes.
It was just simple engineering done well, wasn't it? And the modern cars are still like that to this very minute.
Well, it makes sense.
Easy
Absolutely
to make
makes
the wheels
sense.
and everything. Something about this pink.
What about the pink?
I like the pink.
You like the pink?
Love the pink.
Alright, so we've got these big long grub screws that'll go through here.
I've always wanted to get my modern wheels and dye them pink.
Well, they used to do that a lot. Use a bit of RIT.
Is that a thing?
It was a thing, yes. Because the RC10s in the day used to be all nylon. Like that white, yellowy nylon. And people used to dye that all sorts of colours. You gotta... That'll be 1.5mm, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Thank you.
Here you go. I'm just doing
So this will be adjustable, I'm thinking. So let's see how far. Let's screw these in. Oh, they'll bottom out, I think. Right, so that's bottomed out. Just holding it up to the light, helps me see where it is.
Does it?
Right, that's bottomed out. So we still need an O-ring.
Doing camber by eye. It's been a while.
Camber by eye,
That's the name of my third book.
is it? So we've got an O-ring that goes over there.
What would you call your
My what?
third book?
Third book? I don't know. What about my first and second?
Did you do this part?
Which bit? What, the loose bit? Yeah, that was me. That was there, waiting for you to tighten up because it didn't have any
Waiting for me
tools.
to rip it out and think I've broken the car.
That's it.
Hey?
Were you worried then?
Yeah, I was.
Oh, were you? What have we got down the bottom? Do I
Last thing I
need
wanna
to
do is
check?
break the car on camera that we've got no spares for.
No,
There's
don't
none
need to
left-
check the
There's
addendum.
none left in the world.
No, there aren't, are there? Alright, so battery holder uses 3x8 flat heads. Should be in here, are they? Oh, I have to open this one too. Okay, so this has got the servo mount in it. Little tiny aerial. Alright, so we're going to need 4 of them. Getting very close.
Is it?
Yeah. Oh, funky monkey. Do it by eye?
Yeah. Don't you reckon?
Hmm.
They would never had Aramex setup systems back then.
No,
No?
no. It's all done by eye.
I thought the
You
first
pull
time
out some ruler, set square.
I saw a camber gauge, I was like, who is this god?
I remember everyone used to use those RPM ones. I used to have an RPM one.
Yeah. Got a bit of toe out going on here.
Toe out. Look at it. Ooh, feel that.
How good does it feel? That is very well sprung. In fact, I tend to think it's
Bit over.
oversprung. It's not going to weigh much. Is it?
No. Well, you don't expect it to. Well, the batteries are going to be a lot lighter than they used to be. Got a motor that's going to sit in there. Yeah, feels good. Classy. Yeah?
Don't you reckon?
Yeah. Here you go. Here's some screws for you.
No, I will do it better. I'm not going to just do it by eye, but I just want it to not look too munted.
Munted.
That's my word of the day.
That's your word of the lifetime.
Is it?
Yep. You say that all the time.
Accidentally munted. Munted with Brett.
Yeah?
I've
Right.
got to take some of this preload out. It's driving me crazy.
Is it? Who preloaded it?
Me.
Oh.
Only like
a mill.
a turn, but it's like my frog. No?
Yeah, it's a bit funky. Oh, look, it's got potential to get tuned from now. This is just straight out of the box, right? Here we go. Come on, screw it up. Let's get these in there.
Why? What's happened? How long's this episode been going for?
I don't know.
No, we're still good. If you cross-threading this...
Who? You're the one screwing it in.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean I know. Give it here.
Oh!
Oh! Look, we touched.
Yeah, let me put those over there so we don't touch again.
It's like Star Wars when you like cross streams, isn't it? It's like a bzzz. No? What are those things called?
Lightsabers.
Wookiees.
That conjures up a whole different image.
Did it?
Don't cross my Wookiee. Oh, terrible. I'm going to have to watch Star Wars again.
Why?
Check out Chewbacca, see if he crosses the stream.
I reckon he's up to no good with the little Ewoks.
You think so?
Yeah. Him and the Ewoks.
Do you reckon some of those scenes were cut?
I reckon they had to cut a lot of it just to make it back then in whatever.
What? Because of the Ewoks?
Yeah, they're up to no good all the time. They're off the leash.
They're pretty furry.
They wouldn't make that movie in this day and age.
There's a lot of movies they wouldn't make in this day and age.
I don't know.
Ewoks. Indoor.
What?
Indoor.
What's Endor?
That's the place they live.
Oh. You know more.
There you go.
Doesn't it have Yokomo written? Oh, I really thought it might have Yokomo written on it.
That goes in there, a little thumb screw. And there's another one. They do look retro.
Looks so retro, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And it's not going to rattle off.
So there's a brand new component that I never saw light of day on this particular car, but yeah, they've given it that real retro look to it.
Haven't they?
You can see how the fingers, I guess you call it, aren't they the fingers around here? These bits here, the retainers?
You can't say, this is a bit awkward.
They sort of angle a little bit in. So I think they would act like a little bit of tension to hold the battery in.
I'm tensioned.
You're always tension. High tension. All right, so we've got pretty much a car here. Look at that.
It's a bugwa.
Isn't it?
Isn't that a buggy? Are we calling it done?
I think we're calling it.
We got one bag left to do, haven't we? Got bag 10. Is that right? We got bag 10.
So that's the bumper and the wing mounts.
We've got to put the bumper, the wing mounts on, but we can't really put the wing mount on until we cut the wing.
Yes.
And we can't really put the bumper on until we put the under tray on.
That's right.
So we may as well put the bumper, the under tray, and the wing on all at once.
Yes.
And no doubt we'll have an overview. We've got to put a servo in it.
Yes.
Well, we may as well put a whole radio in it while we're there. No?
Yes.
We're going to get it to the track.
Yes.
Fantastic. Wow. How easy did that go together? I think
Pretty
that
easy.
was a quicker build than the modern RO that we did.
You're probably right there.
No?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
there we go.
I am Brett from Hearns Hobbies.
I'm BJ.
And that was episode 3
Yep.
of Yokomo's all-new world release,
Super Dogfighter.
YZ-870C.
That's it.
So we're from Hearns Hobbies. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time.
See you next time.